Hello, I'm the Ballmeister. Welcome back to Minecraft. Last time, I don't remember what we did last time. It's been a while since I did that recording session. Forgive me, I do a lot of gaming. And so I don't always remember what I did when. But I don't remember if I showed this off. And if I did, I don't remember how far I got. But I'm almost to the end for this tunnel. And I'll do the same, because I have plenty of cobblestone. I'll have to do the same once I finish the pathways. But for now, we're going to dive right on into where I have been working, which is widening widening the hole here. So my game plan, it always changes for this thing, but my game plan is to finish the 16 by 16 square. Okay, so finish this 16 by 16 pit, so kind of where I registered it there. And once I finish the pit, then I'll start along the outside and start, going around the 16 by, or going around the 64 by 64 square. And then, I can go in creative after I've dug out, the round or whatever. So for example, I think it's that way. It's one of these directions where I've dug all the way out to the very end, and there's one of them where it has 5 ladders. The goal is that once I get the 5 ladder, once I get this 16 by 16 square completed, I can go into the new area, and or I can go around the 64 by 64 square, and then during creative, I can lay down, or I could get all the what do I want to call it? The valuable materials, so the coal, the iron, the redstone, lapis lazuli, gold, diamond, whatever. I can get those as I'm digging this way. And that way, I have that border already set, ready to go, and I can do more things from there. An idea I had, and I don't know if anyone thinks this is a great idea, probably not, but I'm still going to talk about it anyway. The idea I had was to take one of these 4 pathways, or maybe all of them. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made that far in my decision. But the idea was to, after I get past the 64, so after I go all the way down that way, it's actually because I'll have ladders going all the way up for all those, is to build a pathway around, or build a pathway and put all my treasure chests in there, so I have little treasure chambers. No call here. As it stands now, I had to make a secondary chest for all of this stuff here. Once I get to 64 iron ore pieces in 4 stacks, I will put them in here. Speaking of stuff that's in here, now as you noticed, my level's a little low. Yeah, I had a bit of an incident where, excuse me, I kept falling off the ladder. That's another thing too, is that eventually, once I start digging inwards, I won't need to have to climb this central pillar all that often, because it sucks to climb the central pillar, especially when I'm not necessarily paying that much attention, and I drift off to the side, because this thing doesn't, I don't know if it's a controller per se, if it's, where I put my controller, or my thumb on the left stick and push, but I tend to drift, as you're noticing. I'm not, I wasn't even really watching my screen, and you see me drifting to the right here. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just know it's a pain in the butt where I fall further than my 8 hearts let me, and, my character's officially dead. See, I have all this cobblestone, and then all the cobblestone I gather. Did I not go further up? like I said, I have these. So eventually I can just demolish the walls in creative and then bring those out and build the walls back up. But that's just that for me. So anyway, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright. I'm a little worried about my computer, and I don't know if it's OBS that's doing it, or if there's something else that's eating... no, study that. CPU usage? Whatever, but right now my CPU average is about 50%, which is kind of worrisome. And I don't know if it's because I leave my computer on a lot of the times, like especially when it's rendering or uploading or whatever, because I upload in the middle of the night. So I don't know if that's causing my computer. Because sometimes I'll just let it sit for days doing nothing. So I wonder if that's not helping the CPU life. If it's not, I might have to either replace the CPU in my laptop or start thinking about at least getting a dedicated recording setup or editing setup, whatever, and have that ready to go. By the way, I know I talk a lot about not having a desk, and I still don't. Well, I don't have access to it at the moment. However, over the weekend before this recording session, this is October 28th, by the way, for those who are, if ever, interested, between recording time and upload or schedule time. Sorry, it's itching my head. So this is the first recording in December. I've actually done a couple. There's been a couple things in the world this year in recordings since. I finally, with help of my father, finally got the wood stove pipe hole fixed. Not quite sure what that entails. Last fall, so fall 2018. Was it 2018? It's either 2017 or 2018. I think it was 2018. Either way, when we bought the house, the owners used to have a wood stove, or previous owners or whatever. They used to have a wood stove in the basement, and then it was attached to, there's an external stovepipe or whatever. Well, for whatever reason, the stovepipe is, we got it, and the wood stove was never used. We never used it. I don't think the previous owners used it. If they did, they didn't use it for long. So it's just been kind of sealed off in its own little room. Okay, no big deal. Well, last fall of 2018, the cap on the stovepipe, so the bottom cap on the stovepipe rusted out. It just fell. Dropping soot and whatnot all over the place, and it's just not that great. Okay, no big deal. Well, come to find out, it actually kind of is a big deal. Water was leaking through that, so it kind of, after 20-something years, it finally rusted out. But, finally, I'm like, alright, I've taken vacation this week. Finally gonna do something about this stupid thing, and so we did. I finally like, hey, you, me, let's go. And we did it. Took a while, because we had to drill through, not only because a 6-inch piece didn't completely fit, and a 7-inch piece was just right, but we still had to drill through both that and the existing piece. So that took forever. The thing was not cooperating with us. And in fact, it's not quite done yet, but it's better off than it was. Oh, actually, hang on. I can do that in between episodes. I was saying, my mother, which is the reason why I'm recording at 9:45 in the morning, my mother is headed off to town, pick up groceries and whatnot. I need to see if she'd remember to pick up some caulking. If we do that, we can caulk around the top of around the new piece, because some of the ceiling is kind of, it's chipped and faded away due to all the moisture and whatnot. So if we put some weatherproof caulking around the exterior there, we should be fine. We should be good. Should be set, ready to go. And I can start the next phase. I'm still working on... So phase 1 was getting all the stuff out of there. So the chair my dad used to use before we bought him a new one, because the recliner was a used recliner, and it was starting to give out. That's been moved. The wood structure that's holding up the buckets to hold the, if anything should happen to fall, rain, hail, snow, whatever, anything that happened to fall down the original down the wood stovepipe, that structure is gone. And now I'm working on cleaning up the space. Right now there's a couple of cinder blocks in the way. I don't know where I'm going to put those yet. I need to ask if I can stick them outside or either stick them outside or maybe in the wood room or something where the wood stove is. Just something there. There's a shelving unit. I think it's a shelving unit. I'm not sure what that is. It's facing the wall, so I don't know what it is. But if I can use it right now, it'd be great because I can put stuff in it for the time being. And then after that, stage 3 is to clear a pathway out for the desk. So I'm just going to steal my parents' computer desk. They're not using it. Mom's got a laptop. Dad doesn't have a computer, nor do I really want him to have one, but that's a different story. But yeah, no, I just want to have want to be able to have a desk. Eventually, the entertainment center and the desk will move together, so all I have to do... so the goal, very, very soon, the goal will be that I'll have a desk down here, where I put my entertainment center will be one spot, the desk will be another, where I'll have my laptop and stuff and whatnot, and have all the cables going back and forth in that area, so it's not a tripping hazard, because currently where it's at is we come down the stairs, go around the stairs, and then there's my entertainment center. And, there's my bed, so in between the entertainment center and the bed is, the dead space where people can walk. Well, problem is there's a whole bunch of cables and cords in the way. So I figure if I move it over, I can get, all that stuff done. And I'll be very much appreciative. And I'm sure a lot of other people will be like, hey, yeah, no, you don't have to worry about moving your stuff now, because we won't trip over it, because we're no longer coming in. You're, walking through the space. But again, it's very much appreciative. I don't want anyone to trip. I don't want, stuff to get unplugged. If I have anything like controller cables or whatnot. So that'll be handy. I'll appreciate that. But I just gotta get to it. I said right now, next goal is to move in the cinder blocks and that big wooden thing. I also have a mini fridge, and if possible, I'll move the mini fridge, but I gotta see, where I want to move it. As I move little chunks here and there, I'm also vacuuming, because the floor needs some love, obviously. I'm very bad at housekeeping sometimes, so I just gotta work on it. I mean, it's not like I'm, incredibly, I'm just disorganized, really. Sometimes I don't, always tend to the vacuuming and the dusting, which I probably should do on a more regular basis. But yeah, no, that's the eventual goal, is to have this set and ready, and all I gotta do is just be ready to record when I want to. And maybe what I'll end up doing, depending on how well that holds, the goal there might be to put the entertainment center so it's facing my bed, or whatever. Or rotate my bed so it's facing that way. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Something will happen where I can get everything taken care of and still have, good have it nice, for me, a nice organized space for my organizational. Plus, I still have to build a cat tree and my end table, which I've got, excuse me, which I got last Christmas. I'm pretty sure that was last Christmas. Alright. But enough about me prattling on about my world, my life. That's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we'll just keep digging. I'll find a topic to talk about, and we'll go from there. And until next time, I am the Ballmeister, and as always, I've been obediently yours.